Hello humans, it's just Martine, and welcome to week 2 of Becca's Bookoplathon. It's about noon on Monday morning, and I'm just about to start reading for the day. It's a long weekend here in the United States, so I don't have class today, meaning I'm giving myself an excuse not to do homework today. So I'm hoping to get some reading done as well as some YouTube stuff, some such things. But I have my bag of freshly laundered laundry right here, so I'm going to listen to my audiobook while I fold it. I'm listening to The Deep by River Solomon for my prompt to read and own voices read, so let's get to it. My internet is driving me crazy today. I just finished The Deep by River Solomon, and I was going to update my Goodreads and then check it off on my little reading whiteboard and show you that and then update you on my thoughts, but no, it wants to block Goodreads from every single one of my devices for literally no reason. Okay, well, I'll update you anyway on what I thought. I'm thinking of giving it 4 stars. It was a solid novella, but I wasn't super shook per se, and also I have beef with novellas. They're just too short. They feel rushed all the time, and at least in this one I liked it because it didn't overcomplicate it. I've read some novellas before that had overcomplicated plots but then not enough time to actually fulfill those plots, so at least this kept it simple. And I like having a quick read, but I just find it really frustrating from a developmental standpoint. Those are my thoughts. I'm done 2 out of 5 on my prompts now, so that's good. And I don't know what I'm gonna do now. I'll update you later. Update: it appears that the school Wi-Fi is the cause of weirdness. It's just not letting me go on to Goodreads or my school email, which seems counterintuitive. So I use my phone data for a minute to add The Deep to Goodreads, and besides that, I really can't do much at the moment. So I'm reading Celestial Bodies, which I'm reading for the prompt to read a translated work, and I'm doing reading sprints of about 15 minutes. So I'm at 30% of Celestial Bodies, so I read a little under 20% my little reading sprints, and I'm having a much easier time now focusing. It's still not perfect. The perspectives are still weird if you have no idea what I'm talking about. I discussed it in my last reading vlog. Basically, the point of view for this book is kind of weird, the point of views. So it's kind of hard to read, but I'm starting to get a hang of it, which is good. It's an interesting look into these people's lives, which I appreciate. The characters matter more than any plot, which is I'm a character-driven reader and writer, so it's a good time so far. Yeah. Most of the internet seems to have come back. Still not perfect, but it's something and I'm very happy about it. It's not that I really rely on technology to keep entertained, it's just that I prefer it. And I also like having the choice. So when I suddenly don't have a choice, I don't like it. All right, thanks for joining me on this fun web adventure. It will probably go out again later, but for now, we're here. So I'm gonna watch some YouTube. Good morning, it's Wednesday morning. No, it is not. Oh, it's Tuesday morning. It's Tuesday morning, it's about 10:20. I've had quite the active morning so far. I don't have class until 11, so I slept in a little bit, and then I got ready, and then I walked all the way across campus and all the way back to shipping and receiving to get my new face masks. I ordered a ton of them to split with my sister, so I've just got endless amounts of plain black face masks now, which is great because it means I can rotate face masks more or, be pickier. There's one face mask I have that I absolutely hate, so I will not be wearing that one again. I've also been doing a little bit of video planning and writing and listening to music, bopping around, having a generally good day so far. So let's keep that up. Last night I ended off Celestial Bodies at about 60%. It reads to me, not exactly but the feeling that it gives me is very reminiscent of Behind the Beautiful Forevers by Catherine Boo. It's got that same vibe to it. I mean, obviously a very different place in the world, but the storytelling and how I generally feel about the characters and the way that it's more of a character and a place study versus having much of a plot, which is perfectly fine with me. I still enjoy those books. There's still moments where I'm reading and I'm like, what is going on? Because again, the point of view is bizarre sometimes, but then other times I'm like, yeah, this is easy, I got this, and I'm like speeding through having a good time. So I guess we'll just have to see where this ends up. Not to flex on y'all, but Marianne Mellow Woods, the author of Lazarus, just followed me back on Instagram. My Instagram's always in the description if you want to drop a follow. Happy Wednesday. It's almost 8:30 p.m. and I haven't read anything besides my Bible reading for the day because I've had a busy homework day. That being said, I'm about to read some Voyager, finish up my step goal for the day, and then climb into bed and relax for a bit before sleeping. That's the update. Hello, happy Thursday. It's 1:37 p.m. Have I read anything yet today? No. Have I had the time to? Actually, yes, I have. My first class today was canceled. My second class of the day wasn't meeting because we were going to watch a video and I already watched the video, so there's that. So my third class of the day isn't until 3:30. This morning I did some homework. I relaxed and watched YouTube because last night I tried to watch YouTube and it was the most painful watching experience ever. It was buffering nonstop. But now I think I'm ready to sit down and read some Voyager. I'm not going to finish it before class, but I'm hoping to get a nice big chunk of it done. I'm 85% of the way through Voyager and it's just so enjoyable, and also I'm way less stressed about it right now because even though I am going to finish it up in the next couple days, the ebook was due in like 2 days and nobody has a hold on it, so I was able to renew it. So we're all good. And the audiobook I still have for like 9 days. So it's fine because it definitely won't take me that long to read. I have less than 9 hours left and I'm listening to it on 3 times the speed. So I don't even have to listen for like 20 minutes every day to finish it in time now. So A+. This installment of the series is just so fun. It has everything you could want. It has travel, adventure, intrigue, romance, absolutely nonstop, even in comparison to the first book so far, which hit like a lull at a certain point. This one, no such lull. I keep thinking to myself, Diana Gabaldon is just really doing it to them right now. Just oof, big oofs all around. Happy Friday. It's almost 8 p.m. and I just hit the 90% mark of Voyager and I am shooketh. There was a plot twist I absolutely did not see coming. This book in the series continues to be the best by far. Just absolutely what is going on here. Madness. Pure madness. Hello humans, happy Saturday. It is going to be a lazy Saturday for me, kicked off by the fact that I slept in. Granted, I stayed up way later than I usually do last night because I was in the RA office with some RA friends, obviously masks on, social distancing, while they were having their duty for the evening, and I was just keeping them entertained as I do. So I went to bed at about 1 o'clock. I woke up around 8 or 9. I watched TikTok for like 2 hours in bed. It was glorious. That's the most TikTok I have watched this semester. I usually only watch one when my sister sends me 1 or 2 that she wants me to watch. Other than that, I know I get sucked in really easily, so I tend to stay off it. And then I had a student leadership event today that went well. I was running for a position and I got elected. There was no competition for it, but that is all right with me. And then I had lunch with a friend. My hopes for the rest of the day are that I deliberately take time to relax. If I'm going to feel like I'm not having a super productive day, I don't want to get into the mindset that it's going to be a waste of a day or that I am in some way lesser than I could be by not getting work done. Instead, I want to deliberately do things that I'll find relaxing. I have YouTube to catch up on, have books to read, so hopefully I'll be reading and updating this vlog. It will probably be me finishing Voyager at some point. But aside from that, it's a rainy, gloomy day, so I'm just going to kind of chill out and take it easy and remind myself that on Monday, since I don't have Monday off of school, I will be productive, and that I only have 1 class on Monday and sufficient time to get stuff done. For now, let's relax. It's 3:49 p.m. and I just finished Voyager. I gave it 5 stars. The ending was kind of hard to keep track of just because a lot happened pretty suddenly. But that being said, I loved where it ended and set up for the next book. I can't wait to start that one when I have the opportunity. I love the rest of this book so much. That being said, I started this book on August 24th. It is now September 12th. So reading this even though it's pretty much all I read this week, has not contributed to my roles for Becca's Bookoplathon in the slightest because it does not fit a single prompt. If maybe I had been one space back and gotten something set in the past, I could have used this, but instead I landed on set in the future. So we'll hopefully be reading that book next week. I thought it was Sunday for a hot minute. It's not. Thank goodness. Okay. My other hopes for reading this weekend, I have 75 pages of Beloved to read for a group on Monday. I really want to finish Celestial Bodies. I'm only 30% of the way from the end, so that shouldn't be too bad, and that will be for my translated work. And then I can start on a new read. That's where I'm at right now. But it's so exciting that I finished that book. Good stuff. I was just looking through my reading plans and I noticed that I don't have an audiobook going, but that I already have books picked out for the rest of my prompts, or I'm in the middle of books for those prompts, so it looks like I'm going to roll again. So the last time we were here, my last roll landed me on Set in the Future, so we're going to be starting there, and I'm going to roll my handy dandy random.org dice and see what happens. Okay, so I got a 7. So let's count the spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. It landed on lowest rated. I need to figure out what I'm gonna do for that. How about, I know this is not really how this is supposed to be done, but I don't have like a to be read, like I don't have a TBR shelf on Goodreads, and because my TBR is kind of just whatever, because it's mainly library books and like random books I can get at thrift stores and Dollar Tree and such. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick 5 available audiobooks for my library, check them on Goodreads, and then read the lowest rated ones of those. Okay. The options I came up with were as follows. The Friend Zone by Abby Jimenez. The False Prince by Jennifer Nielsen. The Grown Up by Gillian Flynn. This is the Story of a Happy Marriage by Anne Patchett, and Not That Kind of Guy by Andy Christopher. And I looked them all up on Goodreads, and as of September 12th, the Friend Zone has a 3.9 average rating, The False Prince 4.21, The Grown Up 3.56, This Is the True Story 4, and Not That Kind of Guy 3.33. So for my role to read the lowest rated, I will be reading Not That Kind of Guy by Andy Christopher. I literally know nothing about this. I thought the cover looked interesting, so I put it on my wish list. So wish me luck, because apparently out of these options, it's the lowest rated. What's wrong with it? Is it okay? Out of 1,993 ratings. Okay, we'll see what happens. It's 7:30 and I'm cozying up with my book. I'm hoping to finish it tonight. I only have 43 pages left, so let's get to it. I just finished Celestial Bodies and I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. It's a good read, worth the time and effort that it took to read it. I need to look up what the ending meant because that didn't quite make sense to me. But there was nothing that really like drove it over the top to reach a 5 stars. Yeah, so I read that for the prompt to read a translated work. So it was very well translated. Woo! I'm 20% of the way into Not That Kind of Guy. So far, I'm not liking it. There are a couple things that really bug me about it. One, I hate the trope most of the time of rich guy turns out to be surprisingly humble and nice and is suffering too. I also hate the trope of girl so cynical she swears that she's just going to stay single forever until one day she, struck by a bolt of lightning, is more attracted to this one dude than she's ever been to anyone in her entire life. No. I also hate that they're both like, not just, wow, there's something different about this person or there's something cool about this person, but I've literally never met anybody who makes me feel literally anything close to this feeling. There's literal tear coming from my eye right now. Additionally, there are chapters from both perspectives. Both of them are gross. To be fair, I like reading romance books because they're easy to get through quickly. I just sat here for a while playing Sudoku and I'm 20% of the way through. But also, I am the most specific about romance for many reasons. Again, a literal tear. What is wrong with me? So when I'm saying the only feelings this romance book is giving me is feelings of disgust and feelings that I actively don't want the characters to end up together, that's bad. I'm supposed to be rooting for them. Additionally, the setup, the beginning of the book, just a whole weird pacing, because I understand what the author is trying to do. She wants to put them in a situation where they're on this family trip together, and she took them from a place of like not knowing one another to that, but also she wanted to avoid the cliche of like them doing anything together while he was working for her, which is a whole separate issue that I have. So they do a couple chapters, and then it's like 2 months later and it jumps, and I understand maybe there wasn't a better way to do that setup the way that this author wanted to, but I didn't like it. So that being said, of course I'm going to continue. I don't typically DNF books. Sometimes I just have a really hard time getting into romance, and then later on it will be okay. It can redeem itself for me, but personally I just much prefer slow burn, and we're 20% of the way through and they're both like, yeah, I like you. We're also not going to do anything about it for no reason. But I'm going to actively tell you to your face that I like you, and you're going to reciprocate that feeling. But nothing's going to happen because that's tension. Except it's not tension because you both already know you like it. It's not as tense as it could be if you were not going to actively tell one another, yo, I like you. When he says, I like you, her inner monologue is like, really? I mean, I know he's attracted to me because I've seen the way he looks at me, but really? Me? This is the longest vlog clip I've ever filmed. It's sitting pretty at 5 minutes. That's insanity. I clearly have feelings about this book. Upsetty spaghetti. We'll see what happens. Happy Sunday. It's 11:07 a.m. I'm sitting down to read some Beloved because I have to read 75 pages of it before tomorrow. I'm not feeling my best self today. Physically, emotionally, I'm great, but my heart's not liking today. Crazy thing is I woke up this morning and I was like, yeah, I feel great. I feel like I should work out today. Then I did my laundry, which I measured at one time, and back and forth between the laundry room and here. In order to put the laundry in, switch it over, and then bring it back, I walk a mile, and that's usually up and down stairs and carrying a sack of laundry. And the laundry room was air conditioned, but then it broke. All that to say that it is very strenuous on my heart to do my laundry, so now I don't feel great. I also, very funny story, I was having brunch with a friend at the dining hall, and I went to drink water and I spilled it directly in my lap. So today has been interesting so far, to say the least. So now I'm going to read an equally interesting book and relax before my family call today. It took just a little over an hour of reading, but I managed to read my 75 pages of Beloved. Yay! There are a couple of cats that just kind of live on/around campus. Security always leaves out food for them, so sometimes I run into them, but I'm never expecting it. I just heard a weird sound and I looked over and I was like, oh, there's a cat. I should vlog that. Well, folks, she did no more reading that day, and it's the end of the night, so I'm gonna sign off this weekly reading vlog, week 2 of Becca's Bookoplathon. Things are looking good. I did an extra roll, so I would say I'm on target right now. I'm on target. I am on target right now. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm just super happy tonight, so if you like this video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up and subscribe for more reading, writing, and college lifestyle content. Comment down below, how was your week? How are you doing? What's your favorite song to dance around your room to? All right, and until next time, bye humans, bye!